What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy Q, the content guy, and I am coming at you with some exclusive news. Hello everybody on this, well, whatever day you watch this. I'm your boy Q, the content guy, and I am coming at you with some news. I was up this morning and I was on the Twitter, aka X, and I came across this article by B. Scott about the reboot of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend who also knows a friend who might know another friend or an associate or an enemy. And come on over to the channel and voice your opinion. So let's get this thing started. Allegedly, and I do say allegedly, there is a reboot in the works for the Real Housewives of ATL. Shotty. According to B. Scott, the Housewives could be getting a reboot. Oh, I'm kind of nervous for some of the girls. I'm kind of nervous. So, Housewives of Atlanta reboot is in the works. Production is demanding fresh new peaches after. I don't know if the season. I mean, it was a bad season, but I think the season with Bolo was worse because they literally had nothing going on. So it says, out with the old, in with the new. The Real Housewives of Atlanta is but officially getting a complete makeover. Sources exclusively tell B. Scott that production has made the call to recast the entire show at some point during the taping of the season 15 reunion. Okay. A source close to production tells us that Bravo is beyond thrilled with the reception of the recently rebooted Real Housewives of New York. So they're fully on board with the production decision to recast Housewives of Atlanta. The network is very pleased with the upcoming seasons of Potomac and Married to Medicine. Casting for fresh new peaches is already underway. We're told production has been quietly reaching out to managers and agents looking for new girls. There's no interest in bringing back any old faces either, not Portia nor Kim. While production is looking for all new peaches, it's possible that one or two peaches stick around as friends, similar to the reboot of Miami. It all depends on how casting goes. It's possible that Housewives of Atlanta could go on a brief hiatus due to give them extra time to get casting right. As a previous told, RHOA has been notoriously difficult to cast, which is the only reason a few current housewives had gotten peaches in the first place. Both Bravo and production are concerned with fans' feedback. Are you really? That has been the worst season of the show in a long time, if ever. Production sources tell us that several of the later episodes were re-edited to try and make a more entertaining show, not to show favoritism towards any one cast member. So it's interesting that they would say this part because we clearly know that stuff has been re-edited, right? We know stuff has been re-edited, and we know that but I don't know if it was re-edited to make an entertaining show, because you left some really good clips out that could have potentially been entertaining. And it's hard to say it's not towards favoritism when you have with certain things you don't show. Kimura has been very vocal about production cutting her storylines and editing her salon out. Her salon out of the final episode, but our sources say that Kenya's event wasn't shown because it was dry and nothing happened, even with the entire cast and the audience. Wow. So of course, Kenya had some tweets. It says if the actual Spauld's conscious business decision she made it not to have it feature on the show. They were under contract. Kenya says completely false. I wanted it because it was a marketing, as the show follows my life. My salon spa Opening has a beginning, middle, and end. The end opening incomplete with intentional delete, while others were forced to. She did do her soft opening on Twitter. I would have showed it. As pre-recorded, Kenya's salary is quite hefty, and Candy's salary, she's the highest paid housewife across all franchises. The network could get an entirely new cast for less than what they were paying Kenya or Candy. Both ladies are making around 100,000 an episode. The entire cast, oh my gosh, the entire cast of New York are making that for the whole season. Yeah, for now. And then as the show gets bigger and bigger, they'll get more money. So okay, but we hear y'all. That's just one more reason as why production and networks are down for the reboot. With rumblings of a new RHO making the rounds, we wouldn't be surprised to see more of the ladies airing out their grievances on their way out the door. Do you get rid of the entire cast? Well, I can tell you who you can get rid of. I don't even know if she up here. Let me see. Is she? Do I have her picture up here? I don't even have her picture up here. But I'm sure everybody who listens to this channel, know exactly who you can get rid of. And she ain't a full housewife, but you definitely can get rid of Yetta. I think she was only on the show to teach us how to spell her name. Outside of that, you can get rid of Yetta. You can get rid of Drew. Get rid of Dr. Ken because he ain't saving nobody, child. Dr. Ken ain't saving no marriages, honey. This is an interesting story. But I really don't. I really don't know if it's okay. So I've been thinking. Not that my opinion really matters, but I've been thinking, and I'm like, do you get rid of the whole entire cast, or does the show need to get rid of production? Because this is the same production that has been working for Potomac. It doesn't necessarily work for Housewives of Atlanta. Atlanta is simply a show that is built on shade and fun, and fights. But I don't know. And if it's a ratings thing, I don't know that you reboot the whole cast because honestly, yes, Housewives of New York is a really good show, but Housewives of New York ratings are not doing good. They're not trending the way that Housewives is trending. They are not they're just not I don't know, they're just not doing good in the ratings, but it's a really good franchise. It's a really, really good it's a really, really good show. Let's see. So for episode 1, there was 600. I'm talking about NYC. For episode 1, oh, I showed y'all that already. That's why I need to be doing stuff in the morning because I be tired. Not really tired, but Okay. So episode 1, 672,000 people. Episode 2, 500,000 people. Episode 3, 452,000 people. That's a huge drop. That's a huge drop. And that was episode 3. I know where there's more episodes, but that was a huge drop. Atlanta was bringing in 800,000. I think the problem is, a lot of people don't want Marlo on the show. A lot of people don't want Courtney on the show. A lot of people don't want Sanya on the show. I don't actually mind Sanya on the show. I don't mind Marlo on the show, but I will put her more back in a friend capacity because I think Marlo works better as a friend of, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Because that's how we got to know Marlo. For 10 years, Marlo was a friend of the show, and we were fine with it. She was making her money. We were fine with it. I personally believe that Marlo got a peach because they knew Nene was not coming back, or they because the issue with Nene. Um, Courtney can go. People don't like Courtney. I don't really think about her a lot, but people don't like Courtney, so Courtney can go. Sanya, I think. I don't know, because Sanya's having a baby. She has a really good family dynamic. It's interesting to see. So I guess I can see Sanya staying. I think that I've said this time and time again, and it's nothing against her. I like her. She's a fellow Taurus, but Candy can go. I think Candy's time is up. There's nothing left on the show for Candy to do. She's done everything. She's lost a fiance. She's gotten married. She's had babies. She started businesses. She's done everything that a housewife should want to have done. She is the goals for becoming a housewife. So I don't know. Do I believe this story? Yes and no. A lot of times these stories come out because they want to create buzz. They want to create things around. They just want to create stories. But the reunion hasn't even aired yet, and they normally don't give us any of this kind of information until after the reunions. I think, like, I don't know, y'all. I just know that production needs to go. Whatever Eric and them over there doing, production needs to go, because production ain't doing it for me, and they ain't doing it for a lot of people. And like I said, I sat here and thought about this. I said, wait a minute, is it the girls, or is it production, or is it a mixture of both? I more so say it's production, because I think at the end of the day, no matter how I feel about Kenya, I don't hate Kenya. I don't hate Black women. I think it was messed up that they did not allow Kenya to show her opening of her salon. Whether there was drama there or not, everything does not have to be drama filled. Because nothing was going on, something was going on. Her salon opened up. So for y'all to say, oh, nothing happened, something did happen. Her salon opened up. She had a beautiful salon. Her and Sheree walking down the steps, that could have been a funny conversation that they were having. You know what I'm saying? They could have been throwing light shade at each other. So for y'all to say, oh, nothing was going on at Kenya's salon, so we didn't air it, that's fucked up. That's honestly fucked up, because it shows your bias towards Kenya. I am not the biggest Kenya fan, but at the end of the day, they should have showed everything that was going on with her life, or tried to, like, squeeze things that's going on there. But instead, we had to sit through Marlo and Scott Lee talking about nothing. We had to sit through Sheree washing her dog. We had to sit through how many scenes of Candy and Drew doing the movie? We had to sit through what else did we have to sit through? Like, we had to sit through shit that was like, okay, this could have been her talking about her salon. Y'all, excuse the noise outside. I live in a brand new community that's still building. So yeah, I don't know. Of course, this will be a big conversation for the next couple of days. And like I said, we'll see what happens. Do I believe it? Yes. Do I not believe it? Yes. But I will say B. Scott normally gets it right. I've never known a time for B. Scott not to drop exclusives and it be right, or some version of it be right. So we'll just have to see. But I do know this. They need to take a break. They need to take a break, whether that's a 3-month, 4-month break, whether y'all come back towards the summer or the end of 2024. There's no reason to rush. If the season was so bad, there's no reason to rush a new season of Housewives, because it's going to be the same. It's not going to be interesting. It's not going to be authentic. That's everybody's word. It has to be authentic. You have to be your genuine self. And people are saying they want to find ladies with money. They want to find ladies with this and that. Cool, fine. That's not why I tuned into Atlanta, because season 1 and season 2, ain't nobody had no money. Nene still had them bad teeth. They're done. They're done. She still had them bad teeth, them bad wigs. They was renting a house. They got evicted from. Now that was the show that they should recording her getting evicted. Sheree was living behind that broken gate. She didn't get that money from Bob. Then she moved into that other house she knew she couldn't afford. And the only person on the show who had money was Candy. I mean, what the Sean Snow had, they had. I guess they had money. Lisa Wu and her husband was faking it, child. The Sean Snow child, she was taking up space. Ugh. Who else? Kim, Kim was baby. She was riding Big Papa to get that coin. Thank you, Papa. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to jump off of here because I need to go. But I just wanted to drop this. It's early in the morning. I wanted to drop it. I wanted to do something a little different. And of course, like I said, everybody will be getting into this article. People will have their speculations and blah, blah, blah. We won't really know anything until the show comes back on. But I am interested to see Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine has become my number one show. It used to be Atlanta, but Married to Medicine is my number one show because I really enjoy what they bring. So whatever production company y'all using on Married to Medicine, y'all need to go ahead and bring them back. And no, we don't need Carlisha King back. We don't need all those people back because he can't do it for his own show. What we need is genuine storylines, fun. We need a fun season. That is what Housewives is missing. They're missing the fun. It's gotten so dark and so boring. And that's the reason why Beverly Hills took their hiatus, because it was last season Beverly Hills was dark. It was dark. So, we'll see what happens. And I don't think you get rid of, I don't really think you need to get rid of Kenya, because Kenya just needs somebody to work with. She ain't got nobody to work with. I've said this time and time again. Her and Sheree are on good terms, so they're not going to go back and forth. Her and Candy on good terms. They're not going back and forth. She doesn't have an interest in Marlo. She doesn't want to go back and forth with Sanya, which is probably nothing, not a real fight. Her and Drew, I'm not interested. Yeah, so that's all I got. I ain't got no more. I'm getting up out of here. Thank you. And we will see what happens. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And we'll talk more about this later on. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.